I sort of think to myself sometimes, like when I'm out there, like I'm getting paid to do this summer. Like this is great. Like I'm doing sort of what I might be doing on this day anyways, you know, just fishing, and I'm getting paid to do it, and I'm actually doing something with it other than just the sport, you know. So Dr. Gao, actually, who was my advisor at the beginning of the year, I asked her about research, and she suggested Dr. Skeels, who I didn't know. And then I came to him with some very poorly cobbled together ideas. I just said, you know, I like the environment and chemistry. He sort of took those interests and then created a project that was feasible and that he would be willing and capable of supporting. So it's a mercury analysis of Church Pond in the Western Adirondacks, and that includes sort of a field component and a lab component. So on field days, I'm going down and I'm collecting fish, insect, sediment, shells like mollusks, and plant samples, as well as anything else I just sort of come across. There we go. Pumpkin seed, I think, weigh a bit. The fish, I'm taking little samples, just little 5mm chunks, and there's been some literature that says that that's just as accurate and as the traditional method of taking the whole fish and like using the fillet. Come on, buddy. There you go. It'll be all right. And then when I get to the lab, the first step is to freeze dry them, which takes like 16 to 24 hours, so I usually do that overnight. And then once they're freeze dried, I run them through the mercury analyzer. Mercury is an incredibly dangerous pollutant. It has a lot of negative effects on the human body and human health, and it makes its way into the human body largely through eating fish. Like a lot of environmental research and sort of environmental regulations are put into place, is the effect that it has on human health. And so I think that's really important to highlight those risks so that we can just gain as much knowledge as we can about these things. The St. Start Challenge grant, it funds a budget that we create as part of our proposal. So it's really open-ended. The kayak I purchased through it, fishing supplies, the dermal punch I used to sample the fish, the stipend, I really needed that to be able to do this research. I couldn't do this without the ability to financially support myself for these 2 months. Doing as I've had to sort of get over a lot of my bug squeamishness. So I'm sort of doing now, honestly, what I would like to do for a career, like working in the field, working in the lab, and working with chemistry. The environment has always been sort of my focus of interest, and this is a way to apply the chemical principles that I've been learning to that. Doing research here as an undergrad is pretty unique in that you can definitely sort of do things that you're interested in.